thoughts on like Mahmoud Khalil or the girl up in Tufts that got grabbed by ICE? What are your thoughts on that, man? Grabbing them up for writing fucking op-eds and shit.
Dude, it's like, I mean, it's messy because it's all, there's like, you can make these individualized case arguments and you can kind of like, you can subvert the conversation by diverting it to this one that is like a justified like deportation or this one that's nice. And I have kind of intentionally not dug into like, we were promised fucking deportations of like mass amounts of illegal immigrants that were committing crimes in our country, that were crossing our southern border illegally, that were trafficking children, that were gang members. And like, A, the fucking, we're getting less deportations than during Biden. And B, we weren't looking for fucking deportations of like college kids that are having opinions and like contributing to our country. And like, maybe you want those deportations too, but that's the fucking end of the list.
Yeah.
And so for
They're
me,
here
the way I
legally.
look at it is I don't even get lost in the minutia. It's just like, just the fact that that is the way they're taking the deportation angle is makes it clear what they're really trying to do here. And it makes it clear that like, because it's the deportations based on speech and like technicalities and really about opposing Israel. But then it's also pair that with the speech laws, pair that with the like anti-boycott, anti-speech laws that are targeting the universities, and pair that with the like war with Iran fervor and the like just it is very clear that they are trying to just set up this whole thing where they can start labeling Americans terrorists. And that's been sort of like the slow roll goal ever since 9/11. But if they can convince the American public that it's okay to label American citizens domestic terrorists for their support of a terrorist group, it's fucking game over. Then literally anyone can be deported, anyone can be put in jail, anyone can be tried without a trial, like put away without a trial. It's just like the darkest possible outcome, and I don't think we're like headed there real quick, but it's like I don't even get lost in the minutia because it's all fucked. It's like even the ones that you could argue are an okay deportation, that's not the fucking point.
Yeah.
Like why do we still have all these gang members? Why do we still have all like millions and millions of people that cross the southern border that are unaccounted for, hundreds of thousands of children that are missing that we've not found, that are probably some of them dead. It's like that's the kind of shit that matters that I'm not hearing shit about. So I don't give a shit about people on college campuses. Like
yeah, no, and I'll tell you too, bro. Like someone that used to work for ICE. It takes an enormous amount of resources to track these students down, go pick them up and arrest them, and they only have a finite amount of bed space and ICE officers that actually go and facilitate these deportations. So, to go after students that are here legally because of their political views is pretty fucking ridiculous. Now, you got, for my political views, I'm very, I think we need an immigration moratorium. I'm very pro immigration enforcement. But to waste those resources knowing, because I used to come from that world, how many guys we actually have that can actually conduct this properly is ridiculous. And the other thing too, with the students that they deported, yes, they're liberals, yes, they're progressives, Mahmoud Khalil and this girl that wrote this op-ed. But here's the problem. The girl wrote an op-ed and they went and arrested her, writing an article talking about boycotting Israel. That's not Hamas. And then the other guy out of Colombia that got grabbed, he was just a middleman that would talk to the school and then talk to the students. He was basically an intermediary that was trying to facilitate speech. He didn't necessarily support Hamas either. But what I look at it like is they're trying to kind of create an example and see how far they can go with like going after people for their speech. And what you said before, as far as like this is just the beginning of, mass censorship on American citizens, I've been arguing that for months because like a lot of these right wingers are like, yeah, get them out of here. They're Muslim terrorists, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, you guys don't see what's going on here. They're experimenting on the green card holders and the visa holders and see what the public sentiment is. And if they could get away with removing them and or arresting them for this stuff with very little due process, guess who's fucking next, idiot? It's going to be American citizens. Yeah. Like the people don't understand that. Like it's always an inch leads to a mile. But, so
I mean, like that's all happening while we have more than enough evidence to go after all kinds of perpetrators of sexual violence against Epstein victims. Like Alan Dershowitz is walking free. Leslie Wexner is walking free. Like these are American citizens that are living in multi-million-dollar homes in America that we have multiple sworn statements in court, tons and tons of evidence, and probably tapes from Epstein's own fucking apartments that show these crimes that we could at least be investigating. Like, and so it's like, yeah, we're going after fucking college kids that wrote some op-eds when we literally have sexual violence and like terrorism, like that kind of terrorism, like espionage. Yeah. Those homies are just like living rich. So it's like just the clear, the priorities are super fucked.